What's up, guys? 818 Retrofits here. Today we're going to be assembling our DIY kit for the 2014 to 2022 Toyota 4Runner factory halogen headlights. This is going to be a step-by-step guide on how to install our kit here in a set of OEM headlights or DNA motoring OEM style housings. We're going to unbox the packaging and go step-by-step on how to install them directly into these headlights. All right, first things first, we're going to open up the packaging. What you're going to see, first of all, is a roll of butyl tape. You're going to have your Toyota 4Runner specific brackets here, 2 projectors, a baggie full of plugs and bolts and screws, and high beam splitter. So right off the bat, you're going to see our 818 Retrofits P1 Bi-LED projector. Now, if you have custom lens etching, you will see that it was pre-etched for you, and everything has been pre-wired as well. So we're going to go ahead and clean up our work area and show you how to start with disassembling the headlight. All right, wonderful. So as you can see, this is a DNA motoring housing. It is OEM style, and they offer different various options. Now, these are butyl. You can put in the oven for 240 degrees for 20 minutes. First things first, you're going to obviously remove the dust cap, remove the bulbs, remove all the screws that go around the entire perimeter, and then go ahead and place it into the oven. Again, 240 degrees for 20 minutes. After you remove the lens, we will link another video on how to properly reseal the headlight so you have a leak-free seal. And yeah, so if you have a factory Toyota headlight, those are PermaSeal. Factory Toyota requires 250 degrees for 25 minutes. The screws and everything will be identical on the back. But yes, like I said, it's PermaSeal, and it usually takes about 2 rounds for those to open. We have really good luck starting here with your separating pliers, starting in this corner, which is usually the strongest, moving our way this way, and then, of course, here as well. And with PermaSeal, of course, you have to clean out the channels, and there'll be another video on that. So that's, but today we're focusing on the DNA motoring brand and how to retrofit them. So now we're done with this. We're going to go ahead and look on the inside. Now that you have the headlight open, this is a very simple process. You're going to have 3 screws here. You have 1, 2, and 3. When you remove these 3 screws, the factory projector will come straight out. You don't have to touch your factory adjuster or anything. Again, this is going to be for both OEM and DNA style housings. So we're going to go ahead and unbolt this now and prepare this housing for the retrofit. Wonderful. So now that the projector is removed, you can see that our surface is ready to go. Again, these are the 3 screws removed. And there is a rubber grommet here at the bottom. You're going to want to remove that as well. It's going to be much easier to push it out from the inside and pop this out. And the reason why is because we are going to be poking holes in this rubber to feed our wires. So now once this is done, the headlight is ready to put aside, and we're going to assemble the projector now. Okay, perfect. So now that you have unboxed your projector, again, the projector is going to come pre-wired. This is going to be your low beam pre-wired for you, and the high beam is going to be these 9006 connectors, and we leave them separate for a reason. You're going to take your projector bracket. You're going to insert the 2 screws here at the top, the 2 top corners first. And the reason why is you want to do these 2 first is because it's going to make assembling for the lower ones easier. Feed the wires through the bracket and into the top holes of the G5 projector. You can see there's an upper hole and a middle hole, so you're going to insert it into the top hole. You're going to take your Loctite. Of course, you're going to use Loctite on these screws. And first you're going to do the 2 top ones. Perfect. So now that you've got your 2 top screws on, and again, use Loctite. Do not skip this step because these will come loose. They can come loose with vibration. Now that we got the 2 top ones loose, you can see there's a gap here at the bottom. This gap needs to be filled with the included washer. So you're going to insert the screw through the back, and then in between the projector body and the bracket is where the washer is going to sit. And again, this is only for the 2 lower holes. Just like that. So you have the screw, bracket, washer, projector body, Loctite with the washer, with the locking nut. So once you do that for both of the lower ones, again, these 2 are going to be going to need the washer in between the projector body and the bracket. The upper 2 does not need that. After everything is kind of loosened and hand tightened, you see there's a little bit of flex, a little bit of movement. Look very closely. we don't want to get the rotation wrong. So what you're going to do is you're going to press down on the projector, hold the bracket, press down on the projector, and then you can tighten the two upper ones. Once you tighten that, that's going to eliminate this movement and getting the rotation incorrect. Press down, tighten up the two, then tighten up the bottom ones, and you're good to go. So now that you have the projector and the bracket assembled, you're going to feed the wires through the back. Now, on this set of projectors, you have these two. They're going to be white and yellow, or it could also be white and white. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to take these two wires, you're going to feed it through that bottom hole, and you're going to feed it out the bottom here. And this is much easier to do when the projector is not bolted on. So after you feed the wires down, you're going to go ahead and take your original screws, put the original screws back into the projector body in these three positions, and you can also use Loctite to hold it down. But yeah, this is going to mount the retrofit to the body of the headlight. So now that the projector is bolted to the frame, this is where it's honestly going to be the hardest part. You need to feed these wires through this rubber grommet. Now you can obviously squeeze it off to the side if you want. We don't recommend that. We have this poking tool. You can get it from the hardware store or wherever it is. And you can either poke it directly here on the side or poke in the center. Obviously, it's going to be much harder because it's thicker rubber. So we're just going to poke two small holes right here, right through the back. And what you're going to do is you're going to feed the wires through. So these are, again, these are pre-crimped for you. And like I mentioned, this is probably going to be the hardest part, is clearing these little nubs. But grab some pliers and you're going to pull it through. So now that we've poked the wires through, we're going to remove all the slack. And then we're going to put this, plug the grommet right back into place. Now this is going to keep everything nice and waterproof. Okay, so once you plug that back in, now we have the exposed wires. You're going to go back into your little baggie. You're going to find these little kind of waterproof dust caps. Slip those over. You're going to place it right over the bottom of the collar there on both of them. And you're going to find your 9005 connector here. Now it doesn't matter if you're looking at the tab here, it doesn't matter which one goes where. These are not polarity specific. Normally we like to do the yellow on the left when you're staring at the tab. And you're going to insert it just like this forward. It's much easier to reach inside there and pull it, and you'll hear a click. There's a click. Insert the second one. Click. Give it a nice tab. Nice pull. And this is your high beam. So now you're going to use a high beam splitter that's also included in your kit. And one of them is going to plug here. Plugs there. This end is going to go to your factory high beam bulb or LED drop-in bulb, whatever it is, to the factory high beam. And this one is going to go into your truck's high beam plug. So this portion is done. I'm going to turn the headlight around. And on the back here, you're going to find your factory low beam H11 plug. And you're going to plug it in here. Now you're going to remember polarity. So we have the black wire to the black wire, and then pink to red if you have the DNA. If you have a Toyota, Toyota likes to use their ground as the white with the black stripe. But again, these are going to be pre-wired for you. Put that there. And this retrofit is done. So now all you have to do is, like we mentioned, follow our other DIY video on how to properly seal this again. Put this headlight back in the oven, 240 degrees for 20 minutes. Take the lens, press it on there, clamp it, put the screws back in, and your retrofit is done. Thank you guys so much. If you want to pick up a DIY kit just like this for your 2014 to 2021 Toyota 4Runner halogen models, again, these only fit the halogens, not the factory LED ones. Go ahead and shoot us an email, sales@818retrofits.com. Give us a call, 818-446-9427, or find us on social media under 818retrofits. Thanks, guys.